Miss Price.
Oh, hello.
Hello there.
Yeah, come on in here.
Unit 203 to Unit 55.
Go for 5-5.
When you're available, can I 25 with you at MRPD?
Yeah, 10-4, give me a couple.
Copy.
Won't be 10-6 off comms. Is this Mr. Smith?
Yeah.
Hey, Mr. Smith, I just had a couple of questions about last night.
Yeah.
Regarding the escape of one Chip Storm, Shadowdale, something like that.
Who?
It was an individual incarcerated in prison.
Okay.
And then he escaped.
Okay. Oh yeah, I think Fish Price mentioned about that.
Yeah, were you at the prison last night?
When it clocked off there, yeah.
You went and clocked off. Did you do anything else there?
Uh, just before I clocked off, I went inside. Because I noticed there was no COs inside. So I just went in to see if anyone needed food, because I think it was like 3 or 4 inmates in there.
Before you
Uh,
clocked off or after?
Before.
Okay, so you went and see if anybody needed any food or anything.
Yeah, any food, drinks, whatever, because I saw there's no COs inside. And then there was some guy down, he'd passed out in his cell because he'd had no food. So I went and helped him. And then some other guy came in. Well, no, he wasn't some other guy, it was another inmate. He started like running his mouth and wanted to fight and everything. I ended up tasing him and rebooking him for battery after he started punching me and everything. I nearly went down when another inmate jumped in and knocked him down, like the other inmate. So I then rebooked
What was
him.
that inmate wearing?
The inmate that got knocked down, or the inmate that jumped in?
The one that jumped in.
Like jeans, like jacket, maybe a white t-shirt, like black beanie. Don't remember exactly. He looked like kind of older though.
Okay. So then you rebooked the other individual for battery, and what happened to the inmate?
Well, that one of them got rebooked, and then the other one, the guy that was like just dressed in his normal clothes, he started speaking to the CO. I just pretending he was a cop, and then like he'd lost his badge, and then but he was just like joking around saying, "Oh, I shouldn't be in here" or anything. And at that point, the CO was like, "Oh, we shouldn't really have civilians in here." And then took him. He just opened the door to the holding room. He obviously just walked out into the holding room. And at that point, I walked out. And then I just walked out, clocked off, and I gave Aaron Rodgers a whiff to a clothing store. And then that was it. I didn't actually see him
Which
escape.
CO walked him out?
There's one called John.
John Connor walked him out?
That's the one, I think.
Is he the one that said there shouldn't be civilians in here?
Yeah. He had like black hair. He's a senior. I know that. I know it was John something and he was a senior with black hair. Yeah, so the last I saw of that inmate, he was just in the holding room, and at that point I walked out.
Here's my question for you. Like, if you heard John Connor say there shouldn't be civilians in here, why didn't you stop him and say this man was incarcerated? You helped him up inside of a cell. He was in a cell.
I didn't even think, to be honest.
You
I didn't think he'd just. I mean, I don't know what happened after that, but I would have assumed, did you know, actually just checked his ID. I was extremely tired.
you were extremely tired, and you let some COs walk a serial killer out of a prison.
I didn't see him walk him out of prison.
Okay, well, he definitely walked out of a prison. The COs were under the impression that he was a civilian that should not be in there. You were the only one at that point that had seen him laying down inside of a locked cell.
No, the other CO saw him inside the cell.
The other COs also saw him inside the cell?
Well, the CO, was it John Connor?
John Connor saw him inside of the cell?
Yeah, we were in there together. And then he took him, he just let him into the holding room, and then I walked out and left. I didn't see him actually come out. I didn't see him. I didn't see the CO again. I didn't see whatever the inmate's name was again. I didn't see him again. And then I just clocked off, took Rogers to a clothing store, then I went into my motel and took a nap. I didn't know who he was. I didn't know why he was in there.
You didn't know who it was. You didn't know why I was in there. Nobody thought to check.
No. I didn't know. I was extremely tired, and I just left there. So
you were extremely tired, and you just left. Well, guess what, sir? Everybody that he kills from now on, it's going to be on you.
How?
What do you mean, how? Because he was a serial killer, incarcerated in prison, and you and Mr. Connor and Mr. What's-His-Face, Kyle Anderson, failed the state of San Andreas. You let him go.
I didn't let him go.
He has already killed one other person since his incarceration.
I never let him go. I had left. They were all still in the prison dealing with inmates by the time I left.
Let me get this straight. Going to Bolingbrook State Penitentiary, getting ready to go off duty. There were no COs on scene or inside. So you went inside to do a welfare check on the individuals in there. You noticed somebody had been passed out inside of his cell due to lack of food. You went over there, you let him out. There was another individual there who wanted to find he was being aggressive. You tased him. And then you engaged in a physical altercation. The male who was wearing jeans, a jacket, a t-shirt, sort of older, came in and assisted you. And then you rebooked the individual for battery on a peace officer. And where was he after you booked the other individual? Was he still inside, or?
Yeah, he was still inside at that point.
He was still inside at that point.
Yeah, and then as I walked out, I locked the gate between the inmate bit and the holding room. I locked that gate. And then I just used the vending machine, grabbed a drink, and at that point, the other CO walked out of that gate with him, and then I just walked away. Didn't even kind of give it a second thought, because like I said, I was super tired. I wasn't really thinking much.
So you left after you booked the other individual, you got a drink, and then that's when you saw the other CO walking out with an inmate.
Just through that first gate, and then we stopped, and I think we started talking something. At that point, I walked out. I went and clocked off. Didn't see anything of them, and then I just left the prison.
And what is it that you heard John Connor say?
Inside the actual cell block, I think the older guy was just joking around, saying, "Oh yeah, I'm police. I shouldn't be in here or whatever." And then the guy said, "Oh, well, we shouldn't have civilians in here."
Were you running body cam?
I was not.
That's unfortunate.
Indeed.
Thank you.
Okay.
Door
Is
should be
everything?
unlocked.
Okay.
Alex Murphy. I have Kyle Samuels. This guy. 5-5 back on comms. You need the 25 with me?
That's gonna be me, Unit 203, Stone.
I'm gonna be at Mission Road.
4, I'll be 76. Two 397.
You come in.
Hello.
What's up?